Towering heights where the earth brushes the sky and valleys shrink to jagged ridges of rock and ice, one wonders, how do creatures endure such relentless conditions? Here, temperatures can fall to a staggering minus 40 degrees Celsius, and oxygen becomes scarce, dropping by almost 40% compared to sea level. These landscapes are not generous. They are places of extremes, where existence itself is a constant struggle. Only a small fraction of species, roughly 10%, can withstand these brutal conditions. Life here is survival at its most uncompromising. Mountains are some of the harshest habitats on the planet, with peaks exceeding 8,000 meters, like those in the Himalayas. Surviving here is a daily test of endurance. As one climbs higher, temperatures drop sharply, and the warm, life-sustaining air of lower lands becomes a bitter, icy wind, cooling about 6.5 degrees Celsius for every 1,000 meters gained. In these frozen altitudes, cold penetrates deep into every crevice. Animals such as yaks grow thick, insulating fur to survive drops to minus 30 degrees Celsius. The air itself becomes thinner, challenging every breath. Oxygen can fall to half the amount at sea level, prompting animals to evolve larger lungs and more efficient respiration. Each inhale is a fight for life. Sparse, hardy vegetation forces creatures to adjust their diets and feeding patterns. Species like Andean condors have adapted by producing more red blood cells, allowing them to glide effortlessly above 5,000 meters. Snow leopards, enigmatic hunters of these heights, possess large nasal passages to warm, frigid air and optimized oxygen systems, thriving where most life cannot, up to 5,500 meters above sea level. Life in the mountains is a struggle not just against the cold, but against other creatures. Scarce resources lead to intense competition. Food is limited, and distances between sources are enormous. Himalayan tahr may travel 30 kilometers a day to find nourishment. Survival demands constant vigilance and movement, where every calorie matters. Mountain weather adds a treacherous dimension. Sunlight may tempt with warmth, yet storms strike suddenly, bringing snow, hail, and winds up to 160 kilometers per hour. Unexpected storms can trap even nimble goats on cliffs, and temperatures may plunge 20 degrees Celsius within an hour. Even insects, birds, and plants have adapted. Alpine bumblebees flap their wings faster to navigate thin air, while tough plants like edelweiss survive above 2,000 meters with waxy, resilient leaves. Survival here is an intricate dance, honed over millennia. Every species contributes to a delicate ecosystem, relying on one another for balance. Predators and prey, flora and pollinators, are all connected in this resilient web. Despite the harsh environment, mountain species do not merely exist. They flourish, displaying life's incredible adaptability. Their existence narrates a tale of tenacity and perseverance against all odds. Mountains, once stable sanctuaries, are rapidly transforming due to global warming. Glaciers shrink at an alarming pace, losing roughly 1.2 trillion tons of ice annually. Species adapted to cold now face unstable climates. Since pre-industrial times, global temperatures have risen by 1.1 degrees Celsius, altering high-altitude ecosystems dramatically. Snow lines shift, glaciers retreat, and seasonal patterns become unpredictable. Iconic species like snow leopards and mountain hares see shrinking habitats. The snow leopard's range has dropped by 40% in recent decades. Loss of snow cover affects camouflage, hunting, and exposes animals to new threats. Plants bloom sooner or move higher, forcing herbivores to follow, with predators in tow, until life reaches the mountain's very limits. Climate change doesn't just heat the planet, it makes mountain weather erratic. Sudden snowstorms, late frosts, and premature thaws disrupt natural cycles. Bird migration becomes chaotic, arriving too early or late, missing crucial food peaks. Hibernating animals awaken prematurely, risking starvation by expending energy too soon. Altered monsoon rains bring droughts or destructive floods, affecting survival. Adaptation is essential to avoid extinction in these extreme conditions. Some species demonstrate remarkable flexibility. Birds molt earlier, mountain goats change grazing patterns, and entire ecosystems adjust in response. High-altitude life is a constant challenge where each adjustment can mean survival. Mountain animals constantly battle harsh terrain, bitter cold, and limited food. Survival is relentless, requiring stamina, skill, and instinct. Early spring, signaling winter's end, can spell disaster for migratory birds. Sea geese depend on precise seasonal timing, but global warming disrupts cues, risking offspring starvation. In Central Asia, snow leopards stalk prey in their harsh habitats, continually facing shifting threats. Snow leopards roam cliffs, adapted to rugged terrain and thin air, yet climate shifts force longer hunts, depleting energy. Shrinking ranges push them closer to human settlements, preying on livestock. Each hunt is a high-risk endeavor. Survival demands constant awareness. Gelada monkeys inhabit altitudes up to 4,500 meters, grazing tough grasses and competing fiercely for dominance. Males battle brutally for control, while changing food availability intensifies survival pressures. Mountain goats descend to find minerals missing at altitude, sometimes traveling 20 kilometers, exposing themselves to predators. These trips require energy management and careful risk assessment. Deep snow buries food, forcing goats to expend energy digging and increasing vulnerability to predators like cougars and wolves. Winter turns peaks into icy realms, with temperatures falling below -20 degrees Celsius. Survival is a constant struggle as animals endure extreme cold to live. Winter storms lash landscapes with fury, burying food and endangering life. Animals seek shelter, but prolonged exposure and scarce food increase mortality risks. Avalanches, triggered by unstable snow, can travel 300 kilometers per hour, destroying everything in their path. These events reshape ecosystems, affecting vegetation, food, and predator-prey interactions. Each day is a fight. Mountain goats navigate cliffs, evade predators, and conserve energy during harsh winters. Even the most adept creatures face life or death challenges daily. Golden eagles with wingspans up to 2.3 meters dominate the skies, gliding effortlessly over 200 square kilometers daily. Their keen vision spots prey miles away, and they adjust diets to survive lean seasons. Snow leopards move across cliffs with agility. Their large paws, thick fur, and camouflage ensure survival. Even when injured, they hunt and care for young, demonstrating remarkable resilience. Golden eagles, snow leopards, mountain goats, and other species embody the precise balance of high-altitude life. Every adaptation, from thicker fur to larger lungs, reveals the fragile line between life and death in extreme habitats. Despite sub-zero temperatures, thin air, and sudden storms, life persists in the mountains. From soaring eagles to elusive snow leopards, these species prove survival is possible even in the harshest places. Every gust of wind, snow-covered peak, and cliff-edge leap tells a story of endurance, adaptation, and the relentless will to survive.